Before this video starts, make sure you guys subscribe, because roughly 70% of you guys aren't who are watching my videos. And if you want to buy some merch, the link is in the description. Yo, what's up guys? It's Nick from Against Gaming. Welcome back to another MLB The Show 20 Dynasty video. Today is another top 10 list, the second one of many. Today we have the top 10 first basemen in MLB The Show 20. In the last video, we started the series with catchers. That went pretty well. So today we're going to be doing first base, and this is probably one of the harder positions because so many of these cards are almost exact replicas. So, yeah, if someone's ranked differently than someone else, like, it's really close for all of these. So, as always, we're going to do one honorable mention, and then we're going to do the top 10. So, first base. Our honorable mention is going to be from the Houston Asterisks. Got to do it every time, or else I'm letting my Yankees down. Jeff Bagwell. And Jeff Bagwell, he's a great hitter, good fielding. He has gold fielding, not horrible speed for first base, but like they're just better options. That's why. So Jeff Bagwell is going to come in our honorable mention spot. And then for number 10, we have Freddy Freeman, and this is a controversial one. But Freddy Freeman is going to be my number 10. Where is he? Of course, he's at the top. Freddy Freeman, great against righties, decent against lefties, great fielder, can play third for some reason. It's just that this card is not as good as the other ones against lefties. That's the reason why he's going to be at number 10. Number 9, we're going to go to another team affinity card. We're going to go to Tomy. And the reason why he's ahead of Freddy Freeman is because not only is he better against righties, but he's better against lefties. Yes, the fielding, it gets a big downgrade, but it's first base. So I don't value fielding as much in first base. So Tomy is going to be number 9. I personally didn't like his swing, but a lot of people like this card. And he has great stats too. So, I mean, he's going to be ahead of Freddy Freeman. Number 8, we have Willie Mccovey, and Willie Mccovey beats out Tomy, but they're very close. They're very close. You can go either way. The hitting stats are very similar. Fielding stats are very similar. Willie Mccovey is a left field instead of third, while Tomy is third. So McCovey is going to be number 8. Number 7, and this is going to be controversial. It's going to be Albert Pujols. Now, Albert Pujols is number 7. And if you look at his stats, he should be much higher. He should probably be in the top 3. But his batting stance, it's just atrocious. And I don't think I've seen one person give this card a compliment. Yes, looking at his stats, he should be near the top. But his batting stance is horrible, and it ruins his card, and you can't hit with him. And I've used him in BR too, so I've used him. Yeah. So, he's number 7. Number 6, we're going to have to leave the market. And we are going to go to first base here. And it's going to be Lou Gehrig. Now, Lou Gehrig, he also is very similar, but he's going to be higher up. I think he has overall, like, just about the same hitting stats. His fielding is around the same. Actually, no, it's worse than Pujols, but Gehrig is actually usable. I do not like this card, but people like him. The reason why he's number 6, like I said, he's very similar to Albert Pujols, and if Albert Pujols just had a good swing, he would be much higher, but he doesn't. Lou Gehrig, number 6. The reason why he's going to be lower than these other guys is just because, number 1, he's harder to get, because it's extreme. Number 2, I personally don't like his swing as well, but he's not as bad as the Albert Pujols, because some people actually still use this Lou Gehrig card. Nobody uses the Pujols because you can't, because his swing is horrible. Number 5 is going to be Frank Thomas. Where's Frank Thomas? Now, Frank Thomas is a very good card. Max out stats versus lefties, great against righties, great discipline, great clutch. His fielding is lower, and yes, it's first base. That's really why he's not going to be near the top. So Frank Thomas, pretty good card. I've hit pretty well with him. He's underrated against righties as well. Frank Thomas, he has a pretty good swing. It's the same thing as last year. It's just that so many of these guys are very common. I mean, he is by far the best first baseman against lefties in the game, obviously, because his stats are maxed. But overall, I don't think he's number one. So, number 4. We're going to go to pretty much the polar opposite, David Ortiz. Now, David Ortiz is pretty much the same exact card as Frank Thomas, except he is very good against righties and good against lefties. You know what I'm saying? He's just the inverse of Frank Thomas. Not much to say. Very similar fielding, very similar stats than Frank Thomas. Yeah. I guess the only reason why I have Ortiz ahead is because he's a lefty. And I personally like lefties more. But yet again, another really close, controversial call by me. This is one of the hardest lists to make. Number 3, people are going to say I'm an idiot for this, but I'm putting Joey Votto on number 3. Those of you who don't know, Joey Votto is my favorite MLB The Show player of all time. I just always hit well with his cards. And yes, on paper, if you look at the stats, he is a worse hitter than Ortiz. He's a worse hitter than Frank Thomas. But if you really think about it, his hitting stats aren't much worse. They're worse, but they aren't significantly worse. He has better fielding, and I'm going to have some bias because I love Joey Votto. So Joey Votto is going to be number 3. For number 2, now number 2 is an interesting one. Number 2, I have Eric Thames. And the reason why Eric Thames, in my opinion, is better than Frank Thomas and David Ortiz is because he is a balanced hitter. He is dominant against both sides. Those 2 cards, Ortiz and Frank Thomas, they're dominant against one side and they're very good against another. Eric Thames is dominant against both sides. If you just look at those 3 stats right there, 112, 115, 121, that's all you need to see. The fielding, yes, not great, but it is technically better than Ortiz and Thomas, and he is a better hitter than both those cards, and he has 2 secondaries in the outfield. This card is insane. I got him with my first prestige pick in like mid-April, late April, and he has been so good. He is just elite. 700 plate appearances online, 90 homers, 392 average. This card has been one of my best hitters all year. And at number 1, we're going to go with Jimmy Fox. Now, I'm going to do his normal card because having prestiges in it, it's kind of unfair. Jimmy Fox is the best hitting first baseman in this game. If you compare him to Frank Thomas, they're kind of similar, but he's just better overall. And I know people use him at catcher, including myself, but with my lists, I like to keep it all at primary positions. So Jimmy Fox would be the number 1 catcher, but he's a first baseman, so he's going to be the number 1 first baseman. 124, 125 contact, 116, 113 power. Good vision, good discipline. I mean, maxed out clutch. Fielding is in the silver range, so he has better fielding than Thames, as well as hitting. I don't think number 1 was a hard pick, but everything below it was very hard. So, yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been your host, Nick from Begins Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.